here with us now, sitting here with us now is the driver of the number 42 Target Chevy.
Thank you very much.
Jeez, man. Juan Pablo Montoya. Welcome aboard, Juan.
How you doing,
Congratulations, man, on making the chase for the next Sprint Cup. I'm still calling it Nextel, so I'll get away with the Dodge.
You'll be fine.
Exactly. So, what do you think, man? What's it going to take for you to win this whole puppy? Because I know you can do it.
Patience. I'll be honest with you. You just gotta bring your A game every week, and you gotta hope it goes your way.
A lot of people in the media have said that you points raced the majority of the year, kept yourself out of trouble, just trying to stay, up towards the front as best you can and get the.
And you gotta do this, I think you gotta run a little harder than what, a lot of times I was on the cautious side because it wasn't worth taking the risk. But I think right now, the way the points are with only 10 races, I think you gotta still be smart, but I think you gotta. Like when, if it's 10 to go and you're going to take tires, make sure the tires are pumped up because you got to go. You look at normally our tendency in our car, we first 10 laps, we kind of roll and it doesn't do much. And then it comes in and we can get faster and faster as we run. So I think we got to learn to do that. I think keep up better with the cars. A few changes we got to do, but it's pretty good.
Now, you're in the Earnhardt Ganassi camp, and I guess this is their first shot into the chase. What's it mean to carry that banner and carry it forward?
I stopped yesterday on the way up to here to New York in the shop in Charlotte, and you can see the face and everybody how pumped up they are. And it's exciting, And I think this will bring a new level of game to everybody in that shop because everybody knows we can do it. Everybody believes in us now, and one thing is talking about that you want to make the chase. I think if you talk to all 50 cars to show up the first race in the year, they all believe they can make the chase. And go from talk to actually doing it, it's huge.
Well, what's as far as the chase goes, were you concerned about making the chase from the beginning, or were you just worried about finishing races, top 10?
Finishing races ain't gonna get you in the chase.
No,
you gotta. The way we saw it is 12 or better. You gotta be 12 or better every week. 25th place or 30th place finish are gonna happen.
But then how do you offset that when you have a bad week?
Then you go and run third place or second place, or you try to win. You know what I mean? The problem is when you're doing that and you really, for us, I felt second part of the season we probably had one of the fastest cars. First half of the season we didn't. So when you're just there and you're running 10 or 12, you cannot afford to run 25th.
Right.
So you cannot take that many risks. A guy like Mark Martin, he won 4 races and he had probably 4 DNFs. But you could balance them out.
Right.
When your best result is an 8th place, you can balance an 8th place with a 15th place. Now, but you cannot balance an 8th place with a 30th place.
Are you changing your philosophy slightly for the chase? I mean,
what's the worst you're going to finish, 12?
Yeah, exactly. Congratulations.
Thank you.
you're already there. So what's it going to take? It's going to take consistency. It's going to take...
You got to be... Everybody's got to, Something that I've been saying to people today, and it was last night that I came up with, I was talking to Mark Martin and Carl Edwards last night about it, and I think this year is a little different. This year, there's not a single team out there that you say, man, they're just going to kill them.
I agree.
I think the 5 car is probably the strongest car. My opinion, 48 always la, but 48 last few weeks hasn't run as good as it should. Where when the 5 nails it, they're up there. You gotta be aware of that, but at the same time, you gotta remember, all you got is 10th place. Bring a 10th, because next week you might take a win. But if you try to from a 10th to 8th and you finish 30th, you took yourself out, because I think making points are going to be hard. Losing points are going to be really easy.
Go ahead, Kevin. Sorry.
I was going to say, do you see the non-chase drivers, how do you react around them when you're on the track in the middle of a race and you're trying to keep yourself in contention in a chase like this?
They gotta be, they gotta be thinking the same I am. I want to get to the end of this. You know, everybody says, we need to win races. Yeah, of course. I mean, you know, it's like, why are we here? You know, like when I said I was running conservative and smart this year, it's not that I didn't want to win races. Just when I'm running 10th, I know I can bring the car home 10th and be happy with it. And don't try to become 8th and finish 30th. You know, it's simple. But
So you're going to run consistently conservative, but try to run up top all the time. In other words,
you have to run up there.
so you're not going to sit there when you're in 10th position with
can't.
20 to go and just sit there and say, okay, I'm going to put the pedal to
Oh
the
yeah,
metal.
you
and
have to. No, you have to.
Okay,
Right now, you
all right.
have to. No. You have to. You know what I mean? Right now, because I'm already in the chase. What am I? You know what I mean? And I know 10th place ain't gonna.
Hey, you got nothing more to lose right now. You got everything to gain.
If I bring car 10th place every week, I'll probably finish 4th and 5th in points. And maybe it's awesome when that comes down to it. But if I'm 10th with 20 to go, time to go, baby.
Now, of all the tracks, which will it's inevitable that somebody you're going to need a mulligan throughout the chase.
If I could pick a mulligan today,
Yeah.
it would be between Martinsville and Talladega. Everybody said the same.
Talladega's been the consistent pick.
It's
Yep.
funny, you know. They asked me, "What's your favorite racetrack in the chase?" Talladega. Which one would you rather take out? Talladega.
Necessary evil. With your international racing experience coming to NASCAR, what do you feel the best part that you like about NASCAR is? And is there anything that NASCAR could learn from the international racing scene?
You always want to drive a better car. You know what I mean? You want to have more grip. You want to have better tires. You want to have more power, more downforce. That's the nature of it. You know what I mean? When I was in Formula 1, the car sucked because it didn't have enough grip. The tires were grooved. This. And you look at Formula 1 car, you know, in the bigger picture, it's the best car to drive. But the racing we got here, it's incredible. I don't know. You know, I don't think you can get better racing right now than, you know, people say the old car, la. I don't know. You know what I mean? I think this car is a lot more fun.
Well, I think right now the NASCAR has put together one wonderful season.
Double-side restart.
Yeah,
I was way
exactly.
against
Very
it.
good.
I mean,
yeah.
it's crazy. What are you guys thinking? It's stupid. It's awesome.
let me follow this up. How much of a bug is that going to be in the chase? I mean, that can either make or break somebody if on a double file restart.
It's that's why they call it racing. Right. You know, they asked me, what do you think is going to happen? I said, let's wait 3 weeks. 3 weeks from now, you either still in or you're out of it.
Well,
There's no magic to it.
It seems to me, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm taking that you feel that NASCAR is probably the purest form of racing there is out there right now because of the tightness of it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? In a way, you look at the championship without the chase, you would think, oh, Tony's going to win it. You know, maybe, Jimmy,
Yeah.
Jimmy or Jeff could rally a little bit and make him. But the way it is right now, it's
anybody's game.
It's anybody's game,
Yeah.
man. And I think if you're a NASCAR fan or you want to get into NASCAR, this next 10 races, I don't think it's going to get any better than that.
Let me shift gears here a little bit. You used to drive an IndyCar. You won the Indianapolis 500. Now they've made some rule changes over there where, they're with this push-to-pass button and competitive, making the races much more competitive. Have you watched any and your thoughts on those rule changes?
It's a little better with the side-by-side racing. It's kind of weird that you got 20 seconds and then you gotta wait you gotta wait a little bit before you can press it again. And I mean, if you want to save them and stay on the button the last 3 minutes of the race, you want to stay on the way, you should be. I mean, you sacrifice the whole race. Why, if a caution came out and you only need to go 2 laps, you cannot just stay on the freaking button?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't make the rules, but it's easy to talk when you're from the outside. I think they need more drag. To be able, you remember that Hanford wing they used to run?
Yeah.
I used to hate it, but racing with those things were awesome. You hate it because if you got a good car and you start driving away, somebody's 100 yards behind you, and they go, you pick up 10 miles an hour and you drive by the guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like the video game where you have the turbo button. That you
Exactly. The Hanford wing was like that.
Yeah.
It was such a penalty to be up front, and you had to race smart and things. I'll tell you, racing has gone a little better with the IndyCars with the push to pass and they're side by side. But you end up in the same thing. You know what I mean? How much? When you got the wheels hanging out and you don't have a body to lean on.
Right.
It's like you look at those things and you're like, oh my God, who's next? Okay, so I fly radio control planes. I get a kick out of working on them. I have go-karts, I have jet skis, and I have probably Tony Stewart behind me. There you go.
There you go.
How predictable, isn't it? I know. Nice touch.
I'm asking what he does during the in between the races. Get
So-
wet willies from Tony Stewart.
All kinds of things. I'm doing a lot of radio control. I do a lot of windsurf, but right now in Miami there's no wind, so I'm waiting for the wind to get into the windsurf again.
Cool.
So all kinds of things,
Absolutely.
Boys and toys.
Good deal. Me too, man. Juan Pablo Montoya.
Thank you, guys.
Hope to see you in Homestead.
Best of luck.
Victory Lane.
Thank you. All right.
Good deal.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, guys.